What would you do if 5,000 hungry people looked to you for food, and all you had was 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish? This is the moment when Jesus revealed his power to provide. The Sea of Galilee shimmered beneath the afternoon sun. Crowds were pouring in from every direction. Farmers, shepherds, mothers carrying infants, fathers leading children by the hand. Word had spread, Jesus was near. People had seen his miracles, how he healed the sick, how he spoke with authority like no other teacher. And so they followed him, drawn not only by his power, but by the hope he awakened in their hearts. Jesus looked at the great multitude and felt compassion for them. Many had traveled far, their feet sore and their stomachs empty. But their hunger for truth outweighed their hunger for bread. The disciples, however, saw their need with different eyes. Concerned, they whispered among themselves, calculating the impossibility of feeding so many. Jesus turned to them, his eyes calm and steady. "They need not go away. You give them something to eat." The disciples froze. How could they? Feeding 5,000 men, not counting women or children, was impossible. Andrew stepped forward with hesitation. "Lord, there is a boy here. He has 5 barley loaves and 2 small fish. But what are they among so many?" A young boy stepped forward, clutching his small basket. His offering seemed so little, almost laughable compared to the sea of people before him. Yet in his hands was all he had. Jesus smiled warmly at the child. He took the bread and the fish, then instructed the disciples, "Make the people sit down." So the people sat in groups upon the green grass, waiting, curious, silent. Jesus lifted his eyes to heaven. He held the 5 loaves and 2 fish in his hands and gave thanks. The disciples watched, their hearts torn between doubt and wonder. He broke the bread and gave it to them. And as they turned to serve the people, something strange happened. The bread did not run out. 1 piece became 2, 2 became 4, 4 became 8. Each time they gave, there was more to give. The disciples moved through the crowd, their baskets overflowing. Men, women, and children ate as much as they wanted. Children laughed as they tore pieces of bread. Mothers fed their little ones. Fathers shook their heads in amazement, whispering to one another, "This is no ordinary man. Surely the hand of God is upon him." At last, everyone ate until they were satisfied. 5,000 men, plus women and children, fed from 5 loaves and 2 fish. Jesus then said to his disciples, "Gather the fragments that remain, so that lost." They moved among the crowd with their baskets, and when they returned, each of the 12 disciples carried a basket full. 12 baskets in all. A holy silence spread across the hillside, broken only by murmurs of awe. The people looked at one another and said, "Surely this is the prophet who is to come into the world." But Jesus, knowing their hearts, slipped away quietly into the mountain alone. For they wanted to seize him and make him king. Yet his kingdom was not of this world. Later, Jesus would teach them the deeper truth of the miracle. "I am the bread of life. He who comes to me shall never hunger, and he who believes in me shall never thirst." The bread and fish filled their stomachs for a day, but he had come to give them eternal life, food for the soul that would never perish. The miracle of the 5 loaves and 2 fish still speaks today. The world is hungry, hungry for hope, for love, for truth, and only Jesus can satisfy that hunger. If this story has opened your eyes, if it has stirred your heart, then let it be a reminder. He is still multiplying, still feeding, still giving life today. This is not just history. This is the World Unveiled. Subscribe to the World Unveiled for more stories of faith, hope, and the everlasting truth that changes lives.